Okay, welcome in. Today we're gonna do something a little different. A bunch of new ARK trailers dropped today, so I think we're just gonna go over them and kind of. I'm in between editing Extinction right now, so kind of need some filler stuff. So this is it for now. So this is new Lost Colony teaser. Let's check this out first, I guess.
Do you know what it's like to want someone back with you more than what it's like to want someone back with you more than anything?
I do. I loved someone once. Very much.
What happened to her?
I had to leave her behind. Story continued to the far side of the earth, into frozen wastes shrouded in endless night, where a small pocket of humanity managed to survive the long cataclysm, in a place called ARK Prime. But what she found instead...
What? What was it?
There she found the stuff of nightmares.
Okay, well, that's the new trailer. Just kind of go through this in 0.5. So it basically confirms we're going to Irad Prime, which is kind of what everyone thought. So far side of the earth, that's all icy from extinction.
Anything?
We'll mute that, which really makes sense. I guess there's vampires. Not really sure where those are coming from. I'm sure it'll be explained, and it's got probably, I assume it's something to do with aberration, having crashed down, and then maybe people are getting infected, or maybe it's from something even before that, which actually, now that I think about it, makes a lot more sense. But so I guess what we know based on this trailer is that it's in kind of an icy biome, so frozen, which checks out. No sun on the other side of the earth, which would make sense. It looks like we're gonna get a new tech weapon at the very least too, kind of like a staff, so not really a spear, not really a sword. I'm assuming it'll work more like a spear though, or a pike, something like that. I wonder if we're gonna have to fight the vampires that you're seeing right now. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe a new set of armor. Like maybe a mix between flak and the fur armor. Okay, so I guess the first thing is that those don't look tameable. I would assume those are not tameable, because I'm guessing it's a vampire style breakout. Maybe from the lack of sun, maybe from I guess my guess would be an ARK that isn't fully... That bite too, I wonder if you can get infected kind of like swamp flu, but maybe worse. Although it doesn't really look like she's being affected by it. I mean, if this is any indicator, you're going to be able to be taken up in the air and dropped like a... I don't even know if we've had anything like that before, actually. That lighting ability looks cool. I'm assuming that's kind of like a Giga Rage or something like that. That would make the most sense. Maybe at night they get a buff like that. Because I guess the Earth is supposed to be turning now after extinction. The only other thing I'd see, maybe... I don't think we're going to meet Mei Ying, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty far after, but... I mean, this is a cool concept. I like it. Maybe there'll be like a horde like the corrupted creatures are. Or maybe they'll be more singular, but then way stronger at the same time. Either way, I think this is going to be cool. That looks like it's a new weapon, which, yeah, I'm assuming that's a tech, like spear or something. And that does look like new armor. It doesn't look like fur. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing to say about that. I mean, maybe you have to kill them with tech. That would be insane, though. I don't think they would do that. But, yeah, it looks good. That's pretty much all I have to say. They look pretty big. And it does look like it's dawn, so maybe it is a nighttime thing. All that we can really tell from this is this city looks insane. Like an Extinction South city on the other side. Super cool. Kind of looks like it's a Dracula's palace type thing. And look at the moon there. I think I'm just going to pause it here. What can you see there? This looks like Dracula's palace. It's exactly what that looks like. Maybe these red beams are like searchlights. I imagine they're probably not. But maybe they are. That would be pretty cool. It is nighttime. So I don't know if it's going to be fully nighttime. Because technically in Extinction we did... I think you're supposed to have corrected the course. But yeah, it looks cool though. The moon looks all broken. So obviously something's hit the moon. Maybe that's what's causing the vampires. It looks like there might be like... At the end they show... Okay, well let's keep to the stuff here. Obviously we're gonna have mountains and stuff. It looks like it's probably gonna be encapsulated exactly like Extinction was, where you just can't get out of a certain area. Forest. So I imagine there's forest on, I guess we call this the south side. And then I don't know, it's probably a big city like Extinction is, except it's a castle instead. This does make me wonder what the caves are gonna look like. There's be some super cool caves. It looks like they're trying to get a little more like into the kind of like a scary or creepy side, which I actually don't hate. The lighting has potential to be really cool. These lights, I'm trying to think. Maybe you can only... I don't know. One thing I can think of is if the city's just super dangerous during the day. Kind of like Aberration and the surface, but it's not fire in the day. It's like that's your safe time, and then at night you have to fend off these vampire things. That'd be my guess. Even this logo makes you think like it's frozen over, and then when we turn the earth, it would make sense that now we're fighting vampires. And that's obviously like the tech city it's supposed to look like. Blood being the vampires, which makes sense. Did it say when this comes out? No, it didn't. But one thing I want to see is what the logos are. See, like this is obviously Rockwell. Obviously Rockwell. The URE, and that would mean this is the Federation, maybe? Or is this just telling us the void? Okay, so it would be Rockwell, whatever, and then some vampire guy, which I'm assuming is going to be the big theme of this. So obviously, I would expect some sort of vampire boss. But I've also heard this could be like the launch site of the Genesis ship. that this story is supposed to branch the two, but I don't see where that would be a thing unless this whole thing is like a loading platform up here. But I'd be really surprised if that was the case. It also looks like there's lights on, or maybe that is snow. It'd make more sense for that to be snow. But yeah, I just want to remind everyone I'm doing a giveaway of this exact map when we hit 1,000 subscribers, which is quite a bit away, but I know you guys can do it, especially for a free copy of Lost Colony. But with all that said, that's kind of all my thoughts on this. It's not too much. Like, it's a cool cinematic. I wonder if that's going to be how the new Explorer Note styles are. This is cool. Like, I almost wonder if this is when it turns to nighttime, they just get, like, super insanely powerful like this. Because it looks like he got hit by lightning almost. It does look like he's getting hit by lightning, so maybe that's what's happening. Not entirely sure. But yeah, even here, even the moving, the lights aren't really moving, so it makes me think they're maybe not spotlights. But I'm sure there's going to be a way to weaken the vampires or whatever you want to call them. Whether that be a new item or whatever it is. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing about this one now. I think it's been almost 10 minutes already. So we're going to move on to the next map. Or next, I guess I should say next release. Okay, this is a very blurry image of the Aquatica stuff that came out today. I thought there was more information on this, but there's literally nothing. There's just, it's being developed by Snail Games Colorado. Please follow them. Wildcard is working on ARK Ascended and ARK 2, which is kind of big news that they're still working on ARK 2, because this is kind of the first time we've heard about it in a while, really. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. I mean, obviously it's Snail Games trying to pull themselves out of the gutter, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. Part of me does wonder if it's going to be free or what they're going to charge for this. Because I believe this is supposed to be Survival Evolved. Based on that statement, it would make sense. I don't know. I think it's cool. I mean, I know a bunch of people are having a bunch of issues with it on Twitter and Reddit, but I mean, what's new with that? This shark looks sick. I mean, it's a hammerhead shark. I know this image is blurry. I assume this is the new... Maybe it's like a nice queen that's on Ragnarok or something like that. Like, it's just kind of like a side boss. Maybe it's the actual boss. Would be pretty cool. Obviously, heavy Atlantis theme with the staff there. I think it looks good, though. I mean, this thing is going to be cool. I'm guessing it's like a rocket-propelled glide suit for underwater, which would be sick. I mean, narwhals are pretty cool. I don't know what this is supposed to be. But it looks like that thing from that new game, Split Fiction. If you've played that game in the fantasy part, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about with this one. I mean, I'm glad that wildcard cleared up, that they weren't going back to this, that it's actually a Snail Games thing, because, I mean, with all the issues and stuff, if they were working on a map for the old game, I would be, I don't know, I think I'd be a little annoyed. But the fact that it's Snail Games, I don't really have a problem with that they're making a new map. I mean, their stock's not been doing great, so it kind of makes sense that they would go back to what works. I'm pretty sure there's an Atlantis map on Ascended right now that's been doing pretty well with people, so I don't know, this makes sense to me. I guess I don't know, that's pretty much all I have to say. I mean, I kind of thought there was a trailer for this. The only other thing I would say is that these sharks look a little more tankier than like the what are they called? The Megalodons. But other than that, it looks, I don't know, it looks like Atlantis. I'm guessing based on the reef, there's probably going to be maybe pockets of land or maybe a little spawn island, and that would be it. That'd be pretty cool to want to say. I'd be alright with that. The narwhals are cool. I imagine they do a bleed or something. This looks like just an otter that you can take underwater. I'm going to guess it does. I'm going to guess this has something to do with the oxygen you can breathe. So if you get one of these, you can probably stay underwater longer. That'd be my guess. The armor looks cool, like especially the arms. This is probably just a skin. this trident. That would make the most sense to me. And this hammerhead looks pretty cool. But yeah, this thing would be cool. If this thing was rideable, that'd be insane. But I really don't think it is. But yeah, all in all, I mean, this has the potential to be a pretty cool map. This thing obviously is going to be super big. So the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking this is probably a boss. But I have no issue with that. It looks pretty cool. I imagine the hammerheads are probably your go-to boss creatures. I imagine it's looking like they have some sort of armor built in. Mind you, obviously we don't know if they're saddles or anything. I do like the new obelisk look. Actually, this looks like it might be kind of like an air pocket here. So maybe, or a geyser maybe, to get you back up to the surface faster, so that if you do come down, say you come down with one of these little, I'm just going to call it an axolotl because that's kind of what it looks like. But you come down with one of these, you're swimming around, you run out of oxygen here, you can hit one of these and jump straight up to the surface. But yeah, I mean, there's not really too much to say about this beyond I'm glad Wildcard said that they're not working backwards, they're just continuing the new games, which is good. But yeah, I really don't have a problem with this like other people do. I think it's pretty cool, and there's a ton of people still playing only Evolve, so I don't really see an issue with them going back and making a map for that game when we do have Lost Colony on the horizon for Ascended. So yeah, I think there's only one trailer to check out left. I think it's the animated series one. I might let that play and then see what's going on with it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be that interesting, so maybe I'll just let it play and then a few quick comments, but that's probably it.
Nature is a spiral. It is not time, not a line that cuts through all in its path. It is not a circle of life, sustained by death, condemned forever to repeat. Nor is it a pyramid that allots power to the few and pain to all that follow. No, nature is a spiral. You can see her beauty by the shape of a flower, on the pattern of a shell, or in the vortex of a storm cloud. It is a path on which all life travels, not straight, but expanding, ever outward, ever onward, building on what has come before, reaching into what cannot even be imagined. This world has been a safe haven where stolen lives began anew. Where will they end? Only the great spiral knows. But wherever that path leads, and wherever we go, we shall go together. My good friend, Thunder Comes Charging, knew these things, Lassie. And he knew you. You saved him in more ways than you know. If you ever feel lost, seek him, and you will find your way on the spiral's path.
Okay, so I mean, it just looks like a continuation of the last one, which is good. I'm glad they didn't, like, part of me thought they were just gonna skip to Scorched Earth, which would have been kind of irritating. But there's not really much to see. The Titanosaur is cool. Can't imagine sleeping on that thing though, with it breathing. Just going up and down to get a nice dose of seasickness. You can still see that these are way smaller than they should be though. Way smaller. But I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. I know a bunch of people don't really like the animated show because of the sizing, but to me, it's not really an issue. Oh, yeah, I don't know. The Troodons look alright. There's not really much to talk about with this one. Now, obviously, the John Dekea, who's supposed to be in Scorched Earth, but he's not, so I'm wondering if they're even going to do that. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the first one, but it's been out for 2 years, so I'm not really... Yeah, he's dead. So, I guess that's what they're talking to her about. I don't know. Not much to say about this, to be honest. It looks good. I don't really know how you screwed this up. The first season I thought was pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I thought they were missing some of the short content. I don't like the way the Spino looks. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. I think his arms look too short to me. But other than that, I don't really have an issue. That's crazy. It's probably been hunted down by something, I guess. Hey, these look small to me. I don't know why. These look like they're gonna be small, and I really hope they're not. I don't remember ever seeing pink jellyfish in the game, but hey, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're all green. This looks cool. I like how they incorporated the Titan. I'd love to see how they tamed that, but I doubt they'll show us that. Not that I'm really expecting it. This is one of the few things that I would say is too big. Looks too big. Like look at the size difference. I know it's way back on a cliff, but still. Well, if you imagine, right, that just say this is a window. So they're sitting on the window, and that's a Quetzal. That thing's gonna be tiny. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Maybe it's hinting at the no, they're not. I don't know. Okay, well, I didn't see this before, actually. Oh, it's just the circle of life, I guess. I guess that checks out. I don't know. I don't think we need to watch any more of this. Yeah, we're not gonna watch any more of this. But that's everything for there. I'll show the last trailer. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about it. I haven't watched it, obviously. So I mean, if it's good, I'll talk about it. If not, I won't. So this is the last time you hear me talk, then enter that giveaway. Just subscribe, 1,000 subs, and then you get Lost Colony for free. And maybe I'll do if you made it this far, comment Aquatica down below. Maybe I'll pick one of you immediately to win that. But we'll see. So yeah. If not, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay, so I mean, we got a release date. That's nice. I don't know. Watching this all back, I mean, like obviously, I remember playing this in probably 2017. I think is when I started playing this game. Yeah, because I think Ragnarok was barely playable. But I don't know. November for Lost Colony gives me some good amount of time to do some other stuff, so that's cool. And speaking of that, please, if you guys want to see something, let me know. I'm thinking about doing a Stray House with only modded stuff, so putting like 30-40 mods on. I think that'd be pretty cool. So if you want to see that, please let me know. Comment down below. I can definitely do that. But yeah, that's kind of all I've got to say. I mean, this is really when I started playing ARK, was when Extinction came out. I remember I was waiting for that to come out. I was get home from school and wait for that one to come out. Just watch the stream, and it was shockingly late. I'm just kidding. No one was surprised. But yeah, I mean, I hope to be doing this for a while. I mean, I enjoy making it, and that's the main thing. The more people watch me, lovely. But I mean, I'm gonna make it anyway. I just enjoy doing it. So that's probably it for this one, honestly. That's all I really wanted to say. I don't know. Any video ideas or recommendations, anything you want to see, please let me know. 100 Days especially, and I've got some time now after Extinction. So it probably will be a Stray House, or maybe Ragnarok, but I think a Stray House would be more fun. So yeah, everyone, I appreciate you watching. If you watch, please let me know if you like this style of video, because I don't really do these very often. Just a live commentary, no planning. So if you do, like I've said 7 times already, let me know. And if not, the next video you see is most likely going to be Extinction 100 Days. Depending how long it takes me to edit, but that's the goal. So, see you then. Have a good night.